What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Action Network's YouTube channel. I'm Bryan Fonseca, and today we're going to be talking about some boxing coming up because we have a pretty big fight this week in the super middleweight division. Jaime Munguia, 42-0, 33 knockouts, takes on John Ryder, 32-6 with 18 knockouts. John Ryder, a contender in the weight class, and has been for a while. Most recently lost to Canelo Alvarez in May by decision, where he kind of impressed some people. Doing this in Mexico, won a couple of rounds, pushed it to the limit, was still down wide on the scorecards, and was dropped in that fight once, but lasted all 12 rounds against the best in the world at 168 pounds. Jaime Munguia, who was former world champion at super welterweight, is now super middleweight. He has really been lambasted for the resume of which he carries around. Not somebody with a ton of impressive wins over the course of his career, and is somebody who frankly should be a much bigger star than he is. Mexican-style warrior fighter who outlasted Sergey Derevyanchenko late last year, and Jaime Munguia was down on multiple scorecards at the time the 12th round was beginning. He scored a 12th round knockdown to win a narrow decision in dramatic fashion. That's probably the toughest fight he's had so far, at least in recent years. Jaime Munguia should win this fight. I don't know if Jaime Munguia will win this fight because John Ryder, who is a plus 300 underdog, has some real value to him because he's never been stopped fairly in his career. He does have one technically TKO loss, but honestly should not have been a stoppage. It was an early stoppage. Jaime Munguia could be pushed in this fight. My favorite bet for this fight is Jaime Munguia to win by decision at plus 100. And the reason why I think that's going to be the case is because I think John Ryder is tough enough to last all 12 rounds. He did it against Canelo Alvarez, and he's done it against several others throughout the course of his career. He's been stopped one time, and it was very unfairly, very early on in that bout. But this fight is in Phoenix, Arizona. Jaime Munguia is going to have the hometown advantage, being a Mexican warrior. He's going to have everybody in the palm of his hands in this fight. And that also could mean the judges. And in boxing, when you're betting the B side, in this case is John Ryder, you have to bet on him or her knowing that they can win by knockout. Otherwise, when it goes to the cards, a close fight will often go to the A side fighter, even if you think the B side fighter would have won. Jaime Munguia, if this goes to the cards, is probably going to win the decision. We've seen it happen before, even though it was debatable in a couple of past contests. So I think Jaime Munguia to win by decision is a safe bet. I think you can talk me into him winning by knockout late between rounds 7 through 12 at plus 350. And John Ryder does have some real upside as a dog here. I just think that he kind of needs a knockout in order to win, or a very decisive decision victory. And I don't think he does either. So I'm rolling with Munguia to win this by decision. So we have for this week. Make sure that if you do watch the fight and make a pick, track it on the Action Network app, where you could also follow me as well. Take care and enjoy the fight.